They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Bridgeport Stadium in Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to the James Madison Dukes. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on last year's national champions, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Golden Gophers will put total leather and we'll get started. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So James Madison's offense will get the first crack at it here. And we'll get a quick look at one of the early leaders for the Heisman. Winning the award as a running back certainly demands something beyond the normal. He's going to have to put together a stellar season, David.
No, he will. And listen, it's hard for running backs to get this award now. It is a quarterback award, but recent years, Ashton Jeanty, you saw him there. But you got to be the catalyst. You got to be the straw that stirs the drink. You got to put up huge numbers. So far, Palmer, he's been a catalyst. He's been great. He's just going to have to keep it going.
And his numbers are pretty good now.
There he goes. He's at the 40. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Dukes.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Minnesota's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Finds us back in the middle.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Quick release by the QB. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
And the the heat gets home, they knock him down back at the 45.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got it inside the 15. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Minnesota! Extra point here will tie the game. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, I find it hard.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
Here we go.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Splits the uprights, it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Kansas had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans there in Lawrence are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams...
Breaks into the open. Makes a pass to Marker. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback extends the play. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Touchdown, James Madison. He got a step and just dusted the field.
This offense offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Starts to drive, trying to go up top. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Is this Christmas? Is this the gift-giving season?
An absolute gift in the end zone, and the defense takes advantage, recovering the fumble for the touchdown. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Now the pressure is on to keep pace as they start this drive trailing 21-10. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball up.
Fires downfield. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
The play-action fake. Fires one high and deep. Snags it on the right. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to swing it on second down. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He's got it out. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
First and 10.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
The give to the back. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And here's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt.
On the set. Let's go.
Looking downfield on first down. Setting up the screen. Still running at the 35. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Snap to the back. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the returner will be knocked down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the right. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Immediately fires to the middle.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Leaves it with the back. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about. If you're
Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
And the Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. He got it.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, James Madison. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. The Golden Gophers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 40. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. The throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He might want another play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Dukes are in the hurry up. From the gun, the running back has it. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the back.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've had yourselves a great broadcast so far today in Harrisonburg. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's head back to the guys at Bridgeford Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Dukes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Man, those last 2 plays were disasters, and now it's 3rd and 17. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the tight end. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. And the Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. Still on his feet. Touchdown, James Madison. Stealing a score on special teams. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on there. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score a TD.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
It'll be 3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah,
Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dukes. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Fires to the big fella.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Second down, they'll go to the air, using the quick game. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Got his man. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. The give out of the gun. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Power football with the run. Still on his feet at the 45. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few. Still some work to do for the first down. The Dukes can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give as they work on that clock. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
Direct snap. Creates a little room. Turning it on. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the feet.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Snap to the back. Got the first down and more. Wide open spaces. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
It hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
77, Minnesota, 16.
On the move from inside is 5. And the returner is stopped. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long, so let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W in the locker room.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, The possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long.